Which Oracle deck is the best? The Archetype cards or the Natural Time cards? We're going to take a look at a bunch of different things. The author or artist, the publisher. We're going to check out the packaging, the cards themselves, the artwork, and then a little final comparison between these two. So let's get started with the Natural Time Alter cards. Now these I purchased a long time ago, and they sat around until I pulled a card and it had the date on it. It was the date out of time, and I realized this is actually something by Lisa Starr, and it's inspired by the Mayan calendar. So it is a deck version of what is also a calendar, which you can get on her website as well, which I have and I love. And it's at resonanttruth.com. And here's just a sample. The front of the cards, most of them, there's a whole bunch of different ones, but most of them have sort of a graphic on the front. This one's kind of cool because there's the Empress card from the tarot, and then the back has a bunch of information. So it's a pretty heady deck. Here's a detail of one of the cards, and I think it's absolutely beautiful how it's, it looks like it's a collage with gold paint on top that's then been photographed. So the artwork's really unique and a combination of stuff, which I like. Alright, so the Carolyn Myss cards are by Hay House, and you get more of the typical commercial package. Carolyn Myss is an amazing author and teacher. I recommend watching her stuff on YouTube too. So you got the cards, a nice box that comes in 2 pieces, and then the guidebook. And so let's check out the guidebook first. It comes with essentially the information, just an expansion of the information that's actually on the card, and then you get a small thumbnail of the card, and it's easy to read. It's fairly lengthy, but there's lots of white space. So when we look at the cards themselves, they have the name of the archetype at the top. Then they have a light attribute and a shadow attribute, or positive and negative. And I guess you could, if you wanted to, you could read them, like tarot, when you get it right side up or upside down. Or also you just read both and see which one makes sense to you. You can see on the previous photographs that the finish of these cards is very slick and shiny, so it reflects the light. And I zoomed in here so you can get a sense of the quality of the prints, and they're beautifully illustrated, and they're almost collage-y as well, with patterns and then drawings. Here you can see them compared next to each other, and you can see that the archetype cards are a little bit bigger, and then they're also a little bit shinier, but they're both pretty heady. There's a lot of information and a lot of things to think about in these cards, and based on other systems, and there's lots to discover. And both of these artists offer a lot more, so when it comes to deciding which deck is best, the answer is always going to be both. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you want to see more comparisons.